Hi everyone, my name is Shravanti and my team members are Navina, Toshita. This video is regarding Python Lab 1. Let's see the list of questions asked. So here are the list of questions. The first question is converting a list of tuples. This is the input. John, Daniel, John, Mark are the keys and physics 80 are the values. So we convert this list of tuples into a dictionary. And the second question is finding the longest substring in the given characters. I mean, without repeating the characters, we have to find the longest string. Then third question is writing a program based on a OOPS concepts. One of the program like airline reservation or library management. So and the fourth question is doing for a data set we have to find the multiple regression model and its RMSE square, root mean square error and standard error we have to find. And the next question is for chosen dataset we have to find the numeric and non-numeric features and also finding classification using Navy bias, SVM and KNN. And the sixth question is for the same dataset we can apply the k-means clustering, that is like unsupervised approach. So let's go to program and implementation in PyCharm. So this is the first program converting a list of tuples with dictionary. So here I have taken the tuples into a data, that is my input, and then I am initializing a empty dictionary. Then we are passing each data through a loop. So it should print me dictionary with key and sorted values. We are printing the sorted values. Let me show you let me run this. So if you see John is the key and physics 80 and there its values, so it is also displaying me in a sorted manner. So now let's go to the task 2. So task 2 is all about finding a longest substring in a enter string. So first we are prompting a user to enter the string. It can be any string. It can have a repeated letters or words. So so we are initializing the longest and longest overall variables here. So, and we are also initializing a set. So by looping, so it will read each character and it will count the longest substring. So it will overall, when I run this, it will print longest substring and the length of the substring. So when I enter my I'm entering a string here, so it will show me the longest substring is WKE and length is 3. Let's go to our third program. Third program is about airline reservation. Here we have created 4 classes: flight, person, employee and passenger. So in class 1 we are giving a flight number, like our class 1 is a flight class. Here we are giving flight number, so and its origin and destination, and also the type of airlines we are giving and with a init constructor in it. Then in our class 2 we are giving a person class and it is also inheriting and the flight parameters, flight arguments also. Similarly we have also used a super class for the flight class, and also we are using the next class is the employee class, which contains a phone number or type, gender of the employee, and ID of employee. And also we are inheriting the inheriting this class from person and also with flight class. So it is having a super class. Then we are also given a SSN here, which is a private data number. We can, so that we cannot reveal that data to that in the global. global variables. Then we are given a passenger class. This is also inherited from the person class. So totally we passenger class and employee class we are inheriting from person class, and person is inherited from the flight class. Similarly, we have airlines here. So when I run here, I have given a data to passengers and employee and the list of flights. uh, so let me run this. So when I run this, it will show me the flight number and destination or origin and flight type and the travel details of the passenger, flight details and the boarding pass details, and the employee, like who is employee in the flight and his details. Okay, let's see our fourth program. This is a fourth program is a multiple regression for data set, hard data set we have used here. So we are showing a null count, so finding a missing numeric values here. Then we are sorting it values according to the most positive and the most negative numeric values. Then we have assigned the data to a trained data and test data. We are pre-processing the data. Then from the linear model, from SQL linear model, we are evaluating the performance and visualizing the results. So at last we are finding a to find the performance, we are giving a score, model.score here, so which shows me the predict score for R2 and RMSE. So let me run this. So when I run my multiple regression program, so this is the multiple regression model. This is the scatter plot which is showing for the given data set. Then these are the null count. These are the numeric values we have taken. These are the target and slope we are taking, and the null counts, numeric values. And this is the R square and RMSE square. If we see here, RMSE is smaller than R square. This is a more preferable here in this data set. So the next task is a navy bias. We have used a Google Play Store dataset here, and we are performing a classification algorithm like navy bias on this dataset. So when I run this dataset, so for a navy bias, it is showing me the numerical values and like exploratory data values, and it is showing me the accuracy score like 0.55. When I compare the same with SVM, it is showing 6.7, and KNN it will show like 0.7 something. So when we compare our score with the accuracy score, we can say that navy bias uh, is less compared to the like SVM. When we compare with SVM and KNN, SVM is more preferable on this dataset since it is having 0.67, and when I compare with KNN, it is showing like 0.71. So it is more preferable than SVM. So mainly we can say that we use navy bias on the linear data sets. So all the time we don't have a linear data sets in our model. So we have to think in the real time, we have to think the model which performs better on both linear and non-linear. So we can say that KNN performs better here. So the next program is k-means. So k-means is the unsupervised algorithm on it is an unsupervised algorithm here. It is mainly used for a clustering. So for a set of data, we consider the clusters. So basically the best value of clusters is a 2 value, and we are finding the sellout score to compare the cluster. um, so when I run my program, so this is the elbow method. There is a k-means which shows me that this is the optimum value where we have more of the clusters. We think that more of the clusters are at the point 3, and this is the scattered cluster value. So we are seeing more of the values are clustered beyond before 3 of beyond. If we have as values beyond 3, that is reduced here and diminished. So these are the sellout scores for the clusters where it has taken. Thank you.